Hello Stampers, it's Linda from Linda's Paper Creations. I have a cute little card here for you today. I don't know if you can see it, but it's quite lovely. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what we're going to need today for this card. We are going to need the Best Birds stamp set, and also the dies that match, the Birds and Blooms Thinlit dies. And we are going to be using this bird and this branch and the happy birthday. We're also going to need some scraps of Whisper White thick and some gold foil. And we're going to need 8.5 by 5.5 inch thick Whisper White cardstock scored at 4 1/4. Another piece of Whisper White cardstock, thick cardstock at 4 by 5.5 inches. We will be needing I'm going to do it in gold this time. So we're going to need a gold metallic foil doily, and they come like this. There's quite a few pieces in there. Okay, we're going to need 2 pieces of foil at 1/2 inch by 5.5 inch. And today I did something a little bit different. I was trying out, I stamped and cut out these two stamped dies, and what I used today is something a little bit different. I used deco foil, and I used this Heidi Swap Magic Medium. And I'm thinking that it might work with Tombow. If you let the Tombow dry, if you stamp it with Tombow, these two stamps, and let it dry, and then put your gold foil, or whatever color you like, and then I put it in a piece of copy paper and put it through my laminator. I just wanted to try something different. But if you don't have these supplies, you can also stamp in Versamark. And that works also, but you can also use Versamark and embossing powder, the gold embossing powder. But I find that this shows more detail. I'll just show you. But anyway, that's what I'm using today. Okay, so we'll begin by taking the 8.5 inch by 5.5 inch piece, and it's already scored at 4 1/4, and then we're going to burnish. And then what I've done is I've run the 4 inch by 5.5 inch thick Whisper White cardstock through this Layered Leaves Dynamic Textured Impressions embossing folder. Okay, I also used the Basic Jewels rhinestones. Okay, oh, and I used the oval dies, the small ones. And I cut one in gold foil, and then this I stamped the happy birthday and heat embossed it with gold. Okay, so here we go. So you're also going to need some stamping dimensionals. Okay, hopefully that's it. So I have run that 4 by 5.5 inch piece through, and you can see this gorgeous embossing folder. And what I'm going to do is I am going to add these 2 pieces on the edges. So what I'll use is snail on the opposite side. just put it on the edge here. And then what I'm going to do is just add a tiny little edge there, like so. And let me just line this up, and I just want a little tiny bit showing on the edges. So what I'm going to do is just line that up and put this down on the cardstock. Oh, just line it up there. Looks like I'm a little bit off for height. Whoop, sorry. Might be easier doing it this way. There we go. And then this already has the snail on it. So I want to line that up there. Kind of hard to see without me sticking my head in there in the camera. Okay, I've adhered my 2 gold foil pieces to the edge, and then adhered the embossed piece into the center. Okay, and there you have your card. And then we shall start adding the pieces. So we're going to add the doily. I like to make sure there we go. We're going to add that about 3/4 of an inch at the top, and make sure it is lined up and centered. There we go. And then we are going to also be using the foam adhesive strips. So what I'm going to add is the branch and just a piece of this foam. Alrighty, just going to add it right like so. There we go. And just snip that piece kind of on an angle. And then take the contact paper off. And then what we're going to do is put it, let's say, right about so, centered. Maybe not. It's very sticky. There you go. And then we'll do the bird. And what we're going to do is do like a double dimensionals, because that strip of dimensional, or the adhesive strips, are quite thick. And we want them to line up. Okay. Yeah, they're about double the thickness, the strips. There we go. Okay, and we'll make sure that contact paper's off there. And then we're going to kind of lay his feet there. There we go. Then the embossed happy birthday. We are going to put a little bit, just for the oval, scalloped oval will be showing just at the bottom because it has the gold at the top lining it. So we're just going to put a little piece there and then line this up like so. And then some dimensionals on there. Contact paper up, and just a little off to the side. Make sure I've got that right. Yes. Now we are going to add the basic jewels to the doily. And just using the medium ones in those circles right there. Okay. So one just peeping out there. And one more. So you should only have to use, actually one more here. So I've used 4, 5, 6. And I think for the smaller ones, I'm just going to add one there, one there, and there. You can never have too much bling. And, oh, I think I'm going to put one in for the eye also. Quite like that. So this is our card for today. You could just put any sentiment in there. And this is done in gold, and here's one done in silver. I hope you like them, and check out my other videos at the end, and thanks for watching. Please, for a complete list of the supplies that I used today, you can see under the description of this video, and also a printable one, supply list on my blog. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.